Hello everyone, welcome to Cardboard Chemistry. I'm your host, MTG Labman, and today's topic is the Lorwyn Eclipsed spoiler season. We're back from the holidays, we're in the new year 2026. Hope you're all holding your resolutions, and if you do have a resolution, hopefully you can pull through with that this year. Wizards announced right before Christmas that the spoiler season for Lorwyn Eclipsed is a whopping 1 week long. Um, does not give me the warm and fuzzy feeling that Universes Within is being given the time and attention that it needs as compared to Universes Beyond. Hoping that with the compressed spoiler season, we get content creators that do a really good job promoting the product and promoting the sets to give them a little bit of free reign on spoiling the cards. The fact that January 5th is the start of spoiler season and the full card image gallery is going to be available on the 12th. We're looking at all of that content getting pushed into a week, and that's the concern. That's we had some spoilers a while ago, and then we got hit with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Marvel superheroes, and that was all way in advance, months in advance. And now we have 5 days of Lorwyn Eclipse spoilers, and so kind of disheartening, kind of concerning. But we do have, it is the holidays. It was the holidays, and a lot of downtime during the holidays, so I could see why it got pushed to this week. But would have been nice that, hey, here before the holidays, let's release some cards. Let's give a little bit of a spoiler here and there, just to kind of focus everybody's attention back on Lorwyn. That's kind of the thing for me. We had the story, the first day of the story. Then the next day we had Marvel superhero spoilers, and we had all of that, and we had the story for Lorwyn come out, and then it kind of went radio silent, right? We went, okay, here's this, and by the way, no Lorwyn spoilers over the holidays, and now we're coming to a compressed release calendar, and I really hope that this is not the way Wizards continues to do set releases. I know this is one-off, first set of the year, 7 sets this year, but Lorwyn, especially being the set that I started playing Magic with, the high fantasy set, really appeals to me, and it's really the first high fantasy set in universe that we've had since Tarkir Dragonstorm last year, and even that, Tarkir, Tarkir is very historical base, kind of. I mean, yeah, there's dragons and all of that, but even even Tarkir um, doesn't feel as high fantasy as Lorwyn. And we had Bloomborough, which was the previous year, which was fantasy. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love science fiction and that, but you know, Aetherdrift, as much as hate as Aetherdrift gets, I liked Aetherdrift as a set, and Edge of Eternity's appeals to the sci-fi lover in me. So, but really, it's really nice to come back to a plane that is, whimsical. It has serious concepts in it, and just to get back to that, uh, you know, traditional plane full of fairies, elves, changelings, merfolk, giants, Kithkin, get back to some real fantasy creatures. And with this shortened schedule, I'm hoping, um, you know, 5 days of previews. Hopefully, we just get content. Uh, it does put more pressure on content creators to get out that material quickly. Gives them less time to process and work through things. And then again, there it also floods the market because every piece of content is vying for someone's attention, and I feel like 200 card plus set maybe after with 5 days of spoilers. You're looking at flooding 40 to 50 cards per day over the next week into the universe. So hopefully, it can be done reasonably. I have a feeling it's gonna be the whole flooding, trying to drink water from a fire hose situation for the card spoilers. But I want to keep positive. I want to say that we're looking at the full-time content creators to help push and promote the product, and I hope that we get to enjoy Lorwyn. I I I really want to see in-universe planes for Magic take a spotlight. I know this year 4 of the 7 releases are universes beyond, and I kind of want in-universe sets. I want those to take the spotlight this year. I have a feeling that out of the 3 MagicCons this year, the only one we're really gonna have that's in universe is Vegas. Vegas has already been spoiled for Strixhaven, so I'm hoping with Lorwyn and with Secrets of Strixhaven we get a focus on in universe, because just looking at release time frames, I feel like Amsterdam's probably gonna be Marvel Superheroes, and I think Atlanta this year's more likely going to be Star Trek themed than anything. But I'm hoping, with Lorwyn, high fantasy plane, it's going to bring a lot of people into the game, or some franchise players, give them a little bit of a reprieve from all of the Universes Beyond stuff. I'm not a hater of Universes Beyond. I do like the IPs that Wizards is working with. It's just, it feels like the focus has been moved off of the in-universe product. I mean, we get, I understand lining up Comic-Con and not knowing when Comic-Con to spoiler some of the stuff that you guys been working on for comic-related IPs. But, cards have been around since '93. We didn't have IPs back when Magic first started coming out. Universes Beyond wasn't a thing, and everybody was still making money off of the in-universe product, and I don't want the in-universe, the actual crux of what makes magic, to disappear, and I'm hoping with the future releases, I'm hoping this is just a fluke with the holidays. I'm hoping that we get back to some real good Wizards of the Coast IPs, and not just Universes Beyond IPs. There's a merit to standing behind your intellectual property, your ideas, and your creations. And I hope, moving forward, that the other in-universe sets this year, Secrets of Strixhaven and Reality Fracture, we don't get this compressed schedule, this overwhelming push for Universes Beyond that kind of wipes in-universe sets off people's radar. And I'm really hoping for a good set, a strong set. And I hope that even with this compressed schedule, the set is strong enough to stand and to bring spotlight back to in-universe sets for Magic the Gathering. And with that, feel free to comment on the video or comment on the podcast. Probably look at putting a survey out with this one. Please feel free to fill out the survey. And you can always subscribe, follow me on Blue Sky, MTG Labman, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.